Welcome back. In this section, we will take a look at HTML essential elements, also known as tags. Now, as I previously said, HTML has a ton of tags, and you can look them all up on the developermozilla.org webpage. But we will focus on the most often used tags. Let's just call them the essential tags. Although over the years some of the HTML tags became irrelevant and are no longer best practice, these right here are the most often used tags on a web page. Okay, so let's take a short look at what the essential tags are. The first tag we introduced in our last section, this being the heading tag. Heading tag go from H1 to H6 and have an opening and closing tag. As you can see, opening, closing tag. And they are block level elements. Paragraph tags also have an opening and a closing tag. Anchor tags, opening, closing tag. The image tag has only an opening tag. Now there are two kinds of list tags. An unordered list tag with an opening and closing tag, and an ordered list tag, also with an opening and closing tag. Now, unordered and ordered lists need list items, and list items will always be between the opening and the closing tag. Our last most important tag will be the content division tag, which also has an opening and closing tag, and it is a block level element. We will take a look at the division tag further on in this course. Okay, now we will open our HTML document that we used last time. So let's hit right click, open with text editor. And we'll also open it in our browser. So this is what we created last time. Now, because I said that this is a hands-on course, we will start writing in our tags. But first of all, a few general conventions. From this point on, I will no longer select something, right-click, copy it, then go in here, right-click, paste it. We will use shortcut keys. Okay, so let's go into the header and comment out our shortcut keys, which we will use from this point on. First we have Ctrl plus C, so it's copy. Ctrl plus V is paste. Ctrl plus X is cut. And now we're forgetting something that we most often use. Oh yeah. Ctrl plus S. Save. Okay, let's hit the save button, see what happens. Ctrl S, refresh the page, and we see that in the header there's our text, but we don't want to see this. So let's comment this out. Go back to our text editor, select this. This is our comment tag. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. Now select the ending tag. Ctrl C, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V, Ctrl V. Ctrl S. Let's head into the page, see what happens. They all disappear. Perfect. Now let's head into our text document and write out all our essential tags. So we said that the first tag is the heading tag. Actually, let me put this back in. And in the comments, we'll say that the heading tag goes from H1 to H6. That's 5. Next up, let me just delete this. So select and hit the delete button. And also this. No, actually we need this, but we're going to control, no, we have it. We have it already here. Okay, we delete this too. Now our next tag was the paragraph tag. So in the body, we had under our heading tag and copy this, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and replace it with our new title, paragraph tag with comma. What did we say that the paragraph tag has? It has an opening and closing tag. Let's put the opening tag and closing tag. Okay, let's write our first paragraph. So let's write our paragraph opening tag and our paragraph closing tag. So in between the opening and closing tag, we will write our paragraph. So let's say, this is my website. There are many websites. Sites like this. But this one is mine! Exclamation mark. Let me just make this bigger. Now let's hit Ctrl S and refresh our page. And we have our first paragraph. This is my website. There are many websites like this, but this one is mine. Hope you get this reference. Okay, back into the text editor. Gonna copy this, paste it in, and we'll take our next tag, the anchor tag. If we just replace this. We've got an N. Paste this out. And I'm only going to show you these tags, and further along the course, we'll take a more deep dive into them. Okay, so anchor tags have an opening and the closing tag. And in between these tags, we'll write, this is my link. Let's see what happens. Hit Ctrl S, refresh the page. This is my link. But there's no link here, because an anchor tag has an attribute. And I would just give you a small peek preview of attributes just for this example. So the anchor tag has an href attribute. You say href equals, so I would tell this link where to go if I click on it. So let's just say, go to http://google.com. Let's save this, refresh the page. Now it's underlined. So if we click this, it takes us to Google. Perfect. Let's go back. Our next tag is the image tag. Let's copy this one in. Image tag. And image tags have only a opening tag. So delete this, say opening tag only. Okay, so let's write our image tag. We say img. So where do we write something for this image? It's actually right in here. Now what we must specify for an image tag is where the image is. And I provided you an image. You can download it in the documentation. Is this one right here. So an image tag has a source. So we say src equals. So where is this image? If you take the image, right click it, hit properties, it will tell you its location. So let's just copy this one in. Right in here between quotes. And one more thing that we have to do, we have to specify the name and the extension. So this image name is image. So we hit the backslash and say image dot JPEG. And this should be actually here. Okay, let's hit save, refresh the page and see what happens. Nothing happens. Because I typed the JPEG wrong. Now hit save again. Ta-da! Our first image. Okay, let's continue on. We had our next tag, the list tags. Okay, so let me just copy this one in, say list tags, and list tags have opening and closing tags. Let's copy this one more time. Just leave some space between the last body tag. And our first one was the unordered list. So let's say on list tag also has opening and closing brackets. So let's type our first unordered list tag. Open and close. So between the brackets, we'll copy in unordered list tag and see what happens. Hit Ctrl-C, Ctrl-S, go further down the page. Let me just make this actually bigger. You see right under here we have our unordered list tag. But there's no list because we need a list item. So where do we put in list items? We put in between the opening and closing type of list tag. So if I say this is actually a list item and close it, let's see what happens now. We have our dot. Because unordered list items will always have dot squares, but this part we will customize in CSS. Okay, let's copy this and say ordered list. I actually have a spello here. It's on that's much better. So this is an ordered list tag. It also has an opening and closing tag. And we'll replace this with a O and this one with a O. We take this, copy it in here and see what happens. Refresh the page. As we can see, ordered list start with a number, a letter, or a Roman numerical number. But we will take a more deep dive into list tags further along this course. Now I just want to show you to, actually I wanted you to have this right here because we will expand on this much later. So thank you for watching. See you in the next lecture.